What have I been reading recently? Stay tuned to find out. Alright guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Zach with Zacks Books, and today we have got a recent reads for you. I have not been keeping track of how many of these I've done. I've done way too many. I've got 4 books here next to me on the left. Wide range of, honestly, genre, but whatever. Yeah, we'll have these 4 books linked down below if you're intrigued with any of them. Also, don't forget to check out all the other channels. We got my sports channel. We got Danielle's books. Check her out. Subscribe. Great video content. We are planning to do a couple of buddy reads, actually. The Chain. I don't know what else, but we got a couple of buddy reads I think we have planned. So stay tuned for all those. And possibly doing some more reading sprints. We need to figure out when we can do those. But yeah, no, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and let's get into my list of books. Alright, first up we have got Video Night by Adam Caesar. This is the author who wrote Clown in a Cornfield and Clown in a Cornfield 2, as well as many other books. We actually just picked up Clown in a Cornfield 2. Probably going to be reading it for September. Don't know though. Probably. So this book I gave 4 stars. These 2 kids that are, I want to say they're in high school. They are really good friends, Bill and Tom. Billy, whatever. They're really close friends. They usually always do these movie nights. They always have these like go-to movies. Starts out with this one girl and this other guy like making out in a van, and they're doing it in a van. And so, like, the guy just kind of seems dull to her, and pretty much he dies and an alien pops out of him and like goes into her and infects her, and like the whole book is basically like she's like the mother and she's like spreading all this stuff going around, and like it's really weird and very like vivid detail and like grotesque stuff. I mean, it happens in the first couple of pages where like she like just does all this weird stuff, and it's a very good book. I wanted the ending to be better. I think that's kind of where it's not an ambiguous ending. It has a definitive ending, but like I just wanted it to be better. You're following these 4 friends. Well, this guy and his girlfriend, and she brings a friend along for the other guy's friend who's like hosting this video night they do every now and again so they can get lucky and get laid, and does not go according to plan. I would definitely recommend not eating while reading this because it is very gross and there's a lot of just gross things in this. So but I really enjoyed it for the most part. Like I said, the ending was just annoying for me, and I didn't want it to end the way it did, I guess is the way how I can put it, but it is what it is. Yeah, 4 stars, Video Night, Adam Caesar. Alright, next up, I'm doing this in order, so that's why I'm doing my Stephen King one next. I'm decided to do my reread of the Dark Tower series in August. I'm trying to do 2 books a month leading into the last month of the year, December. Next month might be a little close though because Fairy Tale comes out and it's a pretty decent sized book. So next month I don't know how it's going to go. And I'm already halfway through the Drawing of the Three, and I'm still absolutely loving the book. So that leads me to this book, The Gunslinger, The Dark Tower, Book 1. So this book, as it may come to a surprise to you guys, I actually docked a star from this. I gave it 4 stars. I mean, I've sat and pondered on it for a while. I just don't think it's a 5-star read. It's better, in my opinion, obviously for my first go-around. Many of you guys know that I need to reread all of them. It's better than Went Through the Keyhole, Wizard and Glass, Song of Susanna. I would say this book sits probably in 4th place as one of the better ones. 4th or 5th, I would say. I docked the star just because after reading it again, it just seems like a basic intro to a series. It was a very good book still. I still really enjoyed it. But I just think compared to the other books that are coming up, at least the next 2 for me, The Drawing of the Three and The Wastelands, it doesn't stack up to those other two. So I feel like I can't give it the same star rating as the other two books that I think are literally the top two books in the series. So I had to dock it a star. Might actually be a true 4.5, but it's just, to me, it's not a 5-star anymore. And if you're a diehard King fan and you know that I love this series and you guys are questioning why I'm doing it, like I said, the next two books, pure 5 stars, always 5 stars. This one, it just doesn't compare to the next two, so I had to dock it. So, but still very good. As a series as a whole, it's like 4.5 stars, 4 stars. So, but yes, the Gunslinger got docked a star, 4 stars. All right. So the next book, I'm not gonna say I'm torn between a rating. I just didn't like the book. Gone to See the Riverman, Christopher Triana. I am between a 2 and a 3 star, which to me, this book is hard for me to rate. I don't want to say it's same caliber as like The Girl Next Door or like Rage. It's just the main woman we're following in this book
was aggravating.
I just really didn't like her. She, like, you first hear about her is one type of person, and then when you finish the book, it's like a completely different type of person, and it's just like, wow, I actually really hate this character. And obviously you don't want to, I'm not going to try and spoil anything for you guys, but this ending pissed me off. Like, this book, like, I know a lot of people like this book. I just really, I didn't like her. I just did not like her as a character. I mean, I could tell right away just because of the weird obsession she has with this, like, murdering dude, that she was, like, going to be, like, weird. And I just couldn't follow with it. I just really didn't like her as a character. So I'm going to leave the banter at that. I'm going to give it 2 stars. My favorite character in this book is her sister, but I cannot think of her name at the moment, and it's not in the back of the book. But I really enjoyed her sister. Her sister was like a riot to be like literally part of this book. So absolutely loved her, but 2 stars. Gone to See the Riverman. All right, next up is probably, it honestly was, yeah, oh yeah, that's right. You doing that reminded me that I actually really hated the ending. Blood Lanes, Brian G. Berry. Pretty sure it's a G. So, as some of you might know, I've got a Zacks Sports channel, link down below. Subscribe. And it is about, as of right now, it's pretty much all bowling. I have not put any golf stuff on there. You guys have seen me golf. I suck. But it's mainly like a bowling channel. I'm trying to grow on that, so please subscribe. Even if you don't like bowling, subscribe. So what I ended up doing is, in lieu of that, I put this as a book I wanted on Amazon, and I was gifted this book. The person also gave me Golf Curse, which is another kind of like sporty horror book. But basically what happens with this is a serial killer is being transported to I think it's an insane asylum. He's responsible for the Venice Beach massacre, but he's going to a sanitarium. And pretty much what happens is the cops mess up big time. He goes loose, and this owner of a bowling alley like forces his team to like work overnight to like make the alley look good because a new one's moving in down the street, and it's got like double the lanes. It's way cleaner. It's way better looking. And like this owner's like a kind of a douche. Didn't really enjoy him as a character. The killer was pretty cool. The bartender was actually really cool. And he just kind of like went psycho at some point. Overall, because of the ending, oh my goodness, this book was sitting near 4.5 stars. But that ending, oh my goodness, it was like, I'm just going to toss this as my ending. I couldn't get with it. This had such good potential. This is also like book 2 in like a slasher series that this author has. There's another one I think it's like a campground or something like that. Or there's some other. There's like 2 more. This guy's got a lot of like stories like this. I looked into it and I like kind of intrigued with a couple of them. But this one, since I've got my bowling channel, figured I'd give this one a shot because it was at a bowling alley. There was no bowling involved. Well, I guess there kind of was in a sense. Yeah, no. Characters are really cool. I'm going to settle on 3 stars just because of the sending. So if you dare to try and give this a read, just be ready for the last 10 pages to just be, why did you end it that way? So there you have Blood Lanes by Brian G. Berry. Alright, so this was the 4 most recent reads that I have read recently. We have them linked down below. Let me know any thoughts you guys have had on any of these books if you've read them. Obviously, I'm sure some of you guys have probably read the Dark Tower book and gone to see the Riverman. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on them. Try and keep them spoiler free. Also, don't forget to check out the links down below. We've got my bowling channel. Please subscribe. We've also got Danielle's channel. Also, please subscribe because she's getting near, kind of closest to 600 subs. So get her there and keep her going. But yeah, let me know in the comments what you've read recently. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you guys in the next video. Later.